Hello, good evening,
Rowland, we are
and
on.
welcome. Hello, good evening, and welcome to FPL Ambassador FPL Ambassador Show, the episode for this week. As we promised you last week, we will be back, and truly, we are back. My name is Rowland, and I'm here with the FPL Ambassador himself. Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Raymond Nketsiah, the FPL Ambassador. Yes, Rowland.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We have a sumptuous few minutes to go through of great soccer details that we would love to share with people. So first and foremost, we would like to just go through the Euros. All right. So, well, the Euros started last week, Friday, if I'm correct. And honestly, it was a snooze fest. It was boring when the game started. Ray, I don't know if you've had any time to watch any of the matches. You've had a time to watch any? Have you?
I've had.
Hello, Ray, you
I've
there?
had time to watch some of them per se. I think I watched the Italy. Yeah, I'm here. I watched the Italy Turkey first. Yeah, so that game went. The first half was quite challenging, but they found a way to be able to penetrate. Aside that, I watched the Germany-France game, which France really showed that I think France are the team to watch out in the Euro. That's my take. And Italy will surely go far. I'm yet to see England's second game, but we hope to see as well. So that's my take so far on the Euros.
Okay.
I'm adding Marlvin.
All right, go ahead.
Hello. Sorry.
Hey, Chrome International
Network issues. The light went off, but we are back. Let's continue.
Chrome, please introduce yourself. Who are you?
Okay, my name is Marlvin.
Let's go.
And I'm glad to be on the show, please.
Nice one there. All right, so Marlvin is the last piece in the FPL Ambassador show, and we are the trio who will be taking you through for the next season and beyond, hopefully. So let's get the show started. We were just talking about the Euros, and Raymond has given his take on it. Marlvin, what do you also think about the Euros?
I think it's been okay so far. I mean, I think for me, I'm just happy to see the fans back in the stadium. I think it gives it that extra edge. So that's my take on it so far. I think the matches have been going on so far. I think I was just watching the Belgium-Denmark game, which was going well for Belgium eventually. But I mean, so far, so good. Of course, we all heard what happened to Christian Eriksen. We, of course, wish him all the best and in his recovery.
Yeah, I even heard that he would have a chip placed in his heart. I just hope it goes well. I know that Daily Blend is one player as such, and he's still playing. So we just hope that it goes well for him. We also wish him a speedy recovery. Also, with the players, I think we've spoken about England, but I think that, okay, you know what? Marlvin, tell me, which 4 teams do you think will get to the semifinals?
Okay, so 4 teams. I would think France, possibly Belgium, Portugal. I think Portugal and France might leave their group. I don't think Germany is going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
The last one, that's an interesting one. Maybe England, but honestly, I won't keep my hopes up. Honestly, I won't keep my hopes up.
Ray.
I won't keep my hopes up.
Ray, let's do one better. Who do you think gets to the finals?
So I agree with his three: France, Belgium, Portugal, and I think Italy should surely be among the top 4.
Okay. But like I said, do one better. Give me the finals. Who do you think will get to the finals?
France will surely be in the final.
Okay, so my take is that France will win this Euros. I don't know about yours though, but I'm certain that France will win. Anyway, let's go on. So, I mean, with the standout players for the EPL, I think we all saw Calvin Phillips, and I think that Man U should just go get Calvin Phillips, and I think we'll
My
win. We'll win next season.
That's why we bias over you.
No, but I mean, honestly, how are you guys impressed with Calvin Phillips? How well did he play?
So, I mean, for me, I think he had pretty much the best game in that particular game. I feel like, of course, he really protects the back four, and of course, he's a defensive midfielder who also tries to contribute to the attack as well, because you saw that he was bobbing forward anytime he got the opportunity. So I think whatever team he plays for, he will indeed be an addition. I don't think Bielsa will be letting him go though. So that one there, please clear your mind.
But Raymond, you stated before about how France played, but can you just mention one player who really took the France team to the next level in that game against Germany? Ray, you there?
I think Ray might be frozen.
We saw Pogba in a different. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, we saw Pogba at a different level. On Tuesday. Am I clear here?
We are having a bit of a struggle. Yeah, not to worry. I think the name that we all wanted to mention was Pogba.
We should continue because today this has not been very.
Don't worry, it's just one of the things that happens normally. So I mean, let's not get ourselves worked up about it. Yeah. So you can go on.
I think more. Pogba plays for France. He does better.
Wow, we are really struggling with
Raymond. So that's my take with Pogba. Pogba stepped up, and I would have to get the and not be able to.
Wow. Okay, Marlvin.
Yeah.
So I think we should go on. I think that as you mentioned, Paul Pogba was the star for the game. I think we are yet to see KDB. We are yet to see who again? I think Bruno played last. That was yesterday. I don't really think he played.
Yeah, he played yesterday. Yeah.
Roland, am I clear? Can you hear me now? Yes. So in case I think I'm having some challenge with network today. So in case you are without me, you continue. Okay. Let's do that without me. Okay, I think we can move on to the next point. I'm sure.
Okay. All right. Let's go on.
So just before, I think Rowland was saying KDB. KDB actually was playing today. He actually assisted and also scored.
Oh, he came on.
So yeah, he came on. Yeah, he assisted and scored. He assisted for Torgan Hazard and also scored the second goal. I don't know what the scores are now. They've possibly ended the match, but I think he was on the score sheet definitely.
Great. I was just mentioning that just one more thing. When Bruno plays for Portugal, I don't think he plays too well. I don't know if you guys agree with me.
You might have a point because at Manchester United, Bruno is the main man. Everything goes through Bruno. But at Portugal, you have the main man, Cristiano Ronaldo, and they have so many. I mean, the Portugal squad has so many good players. So many good players. Diogo Jota, they have their
selfish.
They have Carvalho. They have Ruben Diaz. They have Danilo. They really, really have a lot of quality. So
yeah,
I mean, he's not. I don't think he's not the main man at Portugal like he is at Manchester United. So
that's true. Yeah. That's true. Okay, so I think we can move on to the second point, which is talking about transfers. And I think that Marlvin, can you take us through that one? Any speculation?
So I'll be leading the discussions on transfers today. And I would want to start with no other than Jadon Sancho coming to Manchester United.
Yeah.
I think it's no secret that Manchester United have been after Jadon Sancho for a while now. Before the season ended, they were in talks. Of course, United and Dortmund could not come to an agreement. I think Dortmund are looking in the region of £108 million. I understand that personal terms have been agreed between Manchester United and the player himself, though. So I think the player is willing to move. It now boils down to an agreement between Manchester United and Dortmund. I think Jadon Sancho has 2 years left on his contract now. So I believe Dortmund might be looking to actually cash in. And I think they've reduced their bid to the region of 75 million to 90 million pounds. So it's possible that a deal could be done here in this window with Sancho coming to Manchester United. Now, what does this mean for Fantasy Premier League? I mean, his career at a young age, he's just 21 years of age. His career at a young age, he's got 50 career goals for Dortmund so far. And he recently surpassed 50 assists in 99 Bundesliga games. That is an assist every other game. And that is just FPL. That's just FPL assets right there. I think he's possibly the youngest and fastest player to do that. Of course, he can play on both wings, and that really will give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a lot of options. He can play Sancho on the right, play Rashford on the left, either play Cavani through the middle or play Martial through the middle, or move Greenwood. Even can play can move Sancho to the left, Greenwood to the right. You know, he has so many options up front. So, and I mean, Sancho as well, he made the most successful passes in the penalty box as well last season in the Bundesliga, and also made the most dribbles in the final third. So definitely, if he's supposed to come into the Premier League, I feel like he's really going to be one of the players that we are going to look at in terms of our FPL teams. I don't know whether, Rowland, I know you're a fan of Sancho. You're a Manchester United fan. I'm against. So, I mean, unless if you have anything in regards to that move, if it materializes.
Oh, I'll be so happy. I mean, we need Sancho and Phillips. We are done. I mean, Phillips and Sancho.
I don't know whether you've called them on phone that you keep on mentioning anyway. Okay, so I mean, sticking to Manchester United as well, there's been interest in Trippier as well. Trippier from Atletico Madrid. Now, there's Atletico have actually turned out an initial proposal for Trippier. They are looking for about £43 million for Trippier. You know, he's 30 years of age. I don't know whether Manchester United are willing to go in for the player at that price. That, of course, gives us a question mark on how often Wan-Bissaka also is going to play, because Trippier normally plays on the right hand of defense. It's going to give more competition. And Trippier can also play on the right or on the left. He can play as a wing back. So that's something that we need to look at if it materializes. I think United have their eyes also on Max Aarons from Norwich. Norwich were recently promoted. So I think Ole is really looking at the right hand of defense and looking for competition for Wan-Bissaka. So that's an area in which we would have to keep an eye on. Of course, Rowland, again, as a United fan, I don't know what your take is on Trippier to United is.
Please, I don't want him. We don't need him.
Who do you have as backup at United, though? I think, is it Williams?
Yeah, we have Williams. We have Dalot. Dalot hasn't been sold, and I think if he's given the opportunity, he can excel. You know, sometimes you have to give these players an opportunity. How old is Wan-Bissaka? 22 or 23, right? Mm-hmm. And how old is Diego Dalot? He's like 20 or 21, right? Mm-hmm. So if he was given the same opportunity, that's AWB was given the opportunity. Why not? Ray, what do you also think?
I think these are purely United issues, but I think if Trippier comes, he can help us FPL wise. And yes, but Max Aarons, I don't think he's more of an FPL asset to us as compared to Luke Shaw. Me, I'm only looking at it from the FPL perspective, since I'm not a United fan as well. Certain things I'm only looking at the output I can get from these players on transfers as well. Yes, but that being said, I think we see that we have Buendia has moved to Aston Villa, and Buendia moving to Aston Villa is meaning that owners of Oli Watkins would really be very happy, because Oli Watkins will now have two very good creative guys behind him in the persons of Buendia and then Grealish. And I'm sure even if Oli Watkins is 9 million, maybe I might have to buy him for the first five weeks.
Hey.
Okay. I mean, good that you mentioned Buendia. Of course, he was also on my list of transfers. So let me just move to Aston Villa now. Then, of course, as you said, Buendia has made his move to Aston Villa. He was bought for a record fee, which could rise up to about £38 million. He was outbid. Aston Villa outbid Arsenal to Buendia.
Wow.
Last season, he was the best Championship player of the season. He scored 15 goals and registered 16 assists, and he created more chances than any other player in that season as well. He can play as a number 10. He can play as a wide attacker, and he created the most chances in the Championship as well. Of course, this bodes well for Aston Villa, because if you remember, when Jack Grealish got injured, they were really struggling to create a lot of chances. So I think this has been a great move by Aston Villa. And as you said, Grealish and Buendia supporting Watkins. I think it just bodes well for Watkins. My only concern might be now in terms of the Grealish, Grealish points is going to be shared between him and Buendia. So I think people who pretty much have just gone in for Grealish will now have a question mark, because they'll be having a look at Buendia as well. So that is something for us to look at.
Okay.
Sticking to Aston Villa, I think they're really making a lot of moves. They actually have made a bid for Emil Smith-Rowe from Arsenal, £25 million, which has been rejected. I don't know. I don't think Arsenal will be looking for it. So we'll see how that unfolds. Also, their long-time player, Ashley Young, is on the verge of signing a 12-month deal with Aston Villa, and with the extension of increasing for an additional year. I think what this brings is that it brings experience and leadership to the team. So for maybe the young guys like the Watkins and things, they have somebody to look up in the sense of Ashley Young. I don't think he's going to be playing in every match. Definitely not. I feel like he's just there to support the team with experience, because he has a lot of trophies under his belt as well. He recently won with Milan. So I mean, it goes well for the team. So moving away from Aston Villa, I just want to touch on Tottenham now. Now, Harry Kane. I think Harry Kane has made it known that he really wants a club that will be winning trophies. And of course, I feel like it will be after the Euros that we would get a clear picture of what Harry Kane is going to do, whether he's going to remain at the club, whether he is going to move on. We've been hearing rumors about, of course, the likes of Manchester United again, and then Man City looking at the situation. I mean, with Aguero having left City, as an option that they are looking to strengthen. You know, you hear Pep Guardiola say financially they might not be in a position to really afford somebody like Kane now, because of course he'll be priced out of the sky if some team wants to get him.
Sure.
So that's something that we need to look at. I don't know how Tottenham is going to look like without a Harry Kane though. So I don't know how their attacking priority is really going to be like. Sorry, Rowland.
Even talking about Tottenham, just before we move on to the final thing, right? Even talking about Tottenham, they don't even have a coach. So what's going on there? Do you have any news on that?
Yes. So I prepared. I mean, let me just say some good news for Tottenham, so that at least there's some good news, because I think a lot of the news that's coming out is a bit bad. But I think Heung-min Son is on the verge of signing a new long-term contract. He's pretty much one of
that help us in FPL.
Come again?
That'll help us in FPL.
Yeah, so he's pretty much one of the best in Tottenham, if not the best. I think he and Harry Kane pretty much carried the team last season. So he signed. He's pretty much on the verge of signing a new long-term contract. Now, I had prepared to come and talk about Paulo Fonseca going to Tottenham, or Fonseca, or whatever his name is, going to Tottenham, only to find out a few hours ago that discussions have broken down in terms of financial problems or whatever. And now Tottenham are looking at Gattuso. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I'm not sure. It seems like an interesting choice for Daniel Levy to be going for. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Right.
As for Daniel Levy, in fact, I can't actually tell, because there was there were some talks with Conte. It didn't go through. Now Fonseca is not going through, and then so I think let's leave it and see how it goes, because Daniel Levy, he's one very kind of difficult CEO to deal with, and in fact we have to commend Pochettino and Mourinho for being able to work with him over those periods of time.
That's true. That's true.
So I think it's one of those that we just have to wait and see what really happens. I mean, moving on, I think still with Tottenham, I think they are also interested in signing Brighton's Tariq Lamptey, and that really gives a lot of competition on the right, because they already have Aurier, they have Doherty. I think bringing Tariq Lamptey, I have a feeling that if Tariq Lamptey does arrive at Tottenham, I feel like one of them might leave. I have a feeling Aurier, because there's been rumors in previous months that he might be looking to move on. So we'll just see how that goes. Moving on to Arsenal. Now, Arsenal are finally looking to solidify their defense. Of course, David Luiz has left. And I read that they had the third best defense last season. I don't know how that's possible, unless the person who was reporting it was wrong, but I never saw that. Whatever the case, they are looking to solidify their defense. They've had a bid of Ben White from Brighton rejected, £40 million. It is assumed that they would go back in for another bid, and we'll have to watch that space. They are also looking to get in Aaron Ramsdale from Sheffield, who was recently relegated. There's also been some rumors that Leno might also be looking to move on. Lastly, on Arsenal, with Jose Mourinho going to AS Roma, I think their interest in Granit Xhaka. He has been a long-time admirer of Granit Xhaka, and he once said that he was the best player in the Arsenal team. He's the one who puts the Arsenal team together, according to Jose Mourinho. That might pave the way for Ruben Diaz of Wolves coming to Arsenal. That's pretty much like a like-for-like replacement.
Ruben Neves.
Yeah, Ruben Neves coming to Arsenal. So that's pretty much will be like a like-for-like replacement. And lastly, Everton are so brown, eh? They were talking, Espirito coming over. Only for us to realize that they want the ex-Liverpool coach Rafa Benitez at Everton. And now this has not really gone down well with so many Evertonians and
boring to watch.
Fan base.
So boring.
Yeah, because in 2007 he passed a comment that Everton was a small club, and they have never forgotten that. Fans never forget such things. So some fans are really against this move, but it seems as if Rafa Benitez is on the verge of becoming the next Everton coach. We'll have to also wait. One of those, you'll just have to wait and see how the team setup and everything is, and we take it from there. Of course, Carlo Ancelotti brought out the best in Calvert-Lewin. So I don't know what Rafa Benitez is going to do in that aspect. So that's all for me on transfers for today, please.
All right. We are grateful. All right. So I think we move on to the last and final thing. Marlvin has taken most of the time for us, but don't worry. We move on. We move on to the actual business, which is the fixtures. So Ray, please do us the honors, take us through, and let's know your highlights.
So yes, in fact, I want to say that as of now, I've actually made my starting 11 for next season. Yesterday, as I was preparing, I was thinking
Oh
through.
yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
so I've actually had some three possible drafts already before the game is being launched. In fact, the FPL website I hear is being updated, and we should expect the FPL game, the new one launched the first week in July. Some of us are already preparing to excel this year. But that being said, when the fixtures were released yesterday, what we realized was that some teams have very good fixtures. And it's like that we have teams with a very good fixtures on one side and the teams with a not too good fixtures on the other side. You see that Everton, Brighton, Liverpool, the teams mentioned here, Everton, Brighton, Liverpool, Watford, Manchester United, Leicester, West Ham, Aston Villa, and promoted Brentford have very good fixtures. You see that for their very first six fixtures, which is shown here, you see that they have relatively good games. So I know that FPL managers are actually asking questions about what team should they target. So we know that we have to target teams from Everton, Brighton, Liverpool, Watford, and these teams. Now, what we'll have to do is that we all know that Salah's price might go a little bit up. Bruno's price must go a little bit up. So it means that our focus should not only be on Liverpool and then Man U, but we should have a way of getting players from Everton, getting players from West Ham, getting players from Aston Villa in our team. In fact, I know, I know, I know some people say that. What about Man City? Yes, Man City have some kind of tight fixtures, and it will be good that we get Man City after game week 5, game week 6. Maybe when you're a wild card, that might be the best time to get your Man City players. But these are the teams that, um, by research, I've realized have the very good fixtures to start. So managers should start watching out for these players, even in the Euros, so that they know which players are quite good. That when the game is launched, they can be able to pick them up. That's my research that I have done so far, showing the fixture difficulty ranking as well. I don't know what Marvin and Rowland you have to add up to these, or if you mention some players as well.
Yeah, I think when I saw the fixture list, I mean, I've not done my team, nothing, but I know who my first player on my team sheet is, and I know who my captain for my first game is, and it's no brainer, alias Mohamed Salah, all the way, captain against Norwich. I think it's a winner. I don't even need to think twice about it.
Oh, please think.
Why think? Because the other teams maybe I'll be looking at is Manchester United. Manchester United against Leeds, but you see, we have to be careful there, just because towards the tail end of the season, Leeds really started having a better defensive record, and last season also Bruno Fernandes really excelled when he played away more than at home. So those are some of the options in which, and I think maybe Aston Villa, if you want to go for more of a differential, you can maybe look at Watkins as well. If you are very brave, unless you want to stick to Liverpool, maybe you can look at Trent, or even Mane. I mean, Mane is a great option as well.
Well, it won't surprise me if most people go double or triple Liverpool, because the fixtures are good. Either you have a Trent, you have a Jota, you have a Salah, you have a Mane. Because when the season starts, usually Man United doesn't do well. That's the truth. And Leicester often starts very well. So even looking at these fixtures, if Iheanacho is, bent on starting, or we getting information that he's starting, getting him will even be easier, because Leicester is a good team that starts very well. Just like Everton or Ancelotti, sadly he's left. If Ancelotti was around, or depending on the new coach that they bring, they have a fast start every season. Everton, Leicester, these teams. But, teams like Man United, Man City, they usually take time. So, like you said, I mean, Brighton defense is a no-brainer. At least have one person, maybe Veltman, Dunk, even Robert Sanchez, right? Just to make sure that you have that, because they were a team that wasn't conceding more than 2 goals. I don't remember any game where they conceded more than 2 or 3. I mean, I stand to be corrected anyway. But what I'm trying to say is that Brighton is good for defense. Liverpool triple up. Watford, Marlvin, you didn't mention Danny Rose has gone to Watford. So if we are able to study his first 1 or 2 matches, we'll be able to tell if you be a good asset. Man United, like you mentioned, sure, please. Man United, I beg you. If you don't buy a CDM, forget defense. I told you this last season that Shaw, no. For me, he's not an FPL asset. He flatters to deceive. Yeah. He flatters to deceive. Because he goes, Theo, he goes into a match, that maybe one game he'll do well, the other game. But the thing is, Manchester United is not assured clean sheets. Right? And like I always, that principle that I have, that I must always have an attacking defender, just to make sure that if clean sheets don't come, attacking returns come. But the thing is, Manchester United plays in such a way that anyone can score and anyone can assist. There is no pressure like there is for Liverpool, where Robertson and TAA are usually the people who are meant to assist. We don't have that thing at Manchester United yet. Right? So that's what I'm saying. It's just my preference. But I think that Ivan Toney too should be watched from Brentford. He's a very good player. He scored 33 goals last season. And I think that he should be one that we should look out for. Like we've also mentioned, Buendia, Grealish, Emi Martinez. Even on that, he saved a penalty for Argentina just a couple of days ago. I think he was in good shape when they played Chile. He saved a penalty from Vidal. I think that if he maintains it, but sadly, I don't think he'll be 4.5 any longer. He may be 5.5, just like the way Pope was. And saving that kind of money, that extra 1 million would help you do a lot of things around your team. Having a 5.5, keeper, and if he concedes in the beginning of the season, then why Basa? And for you to change a goalkeeper, it takes you a very long time. I don't know if you guys agree with me on that. Changing a keeper is very difficult.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you on that, and especially is normally people try and go for 4.5 keepers, or they'll possibly go if they'll go for maybe a 5.5 and a 4, but now it's even very difficult to get a 4 that really plays. So they'll just go for a 5.5 or something, just go for a keeper that doesn't play at all and just sits on the bench. Just to get more money for other areas. So
and I also want to point out that Manchester United's games from October and November, those games are tough. So if you want to do your wild card, I think it would be best you do it before that time if you have any Manchester United players, because the October-November fixtures are not good. I have them on my phone, but we can go on. Raymond, I don't see the Man City, Newcastle. Good.
Yes. So I'm not bringing the Man City. So you see that for the Man City, there's the other side. These are the guys who are having the quite let's say tough fixtures to start the season. But the good thing is that around game week 6, that's when the tides change. So these ones will now start having quite very good fixtures, and then our Liverpool, Brighton, Everton guys will now be having quite some difficult fixtures. So it's recommended that around game week 6, game week 7. That would be an optimum time to wildcard, when you can then rebalance your team and then look for the guys who are now going to get some very good fixtures. And we won't say that FPL is showing that if you don't start very well, sometimes it becomes difficult to climb. Although we have many managers who always climb better as the season goes on, but it's always good that you have a very respectable rank by the first 7 game weeks, and then you can move on to higher ranks as the season goes on.
That's fantastic. Yeah, just to mention the Man United fixtures for October and November: Everton, Leicester City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Man City, Watford, Chelsea, and Arsenal. So, like you said, if you play them, I mean,
that's very tough.
Yeah. So if you want to wildcard, fine, that'll be a very good time to wildcard, because this is going to be tough. So, like you said, the tide changes. So you try and adapt, and FPL is all about adapting. You can't. And one of the things is that usually as managers we are headstrong. We feel that, oh yes, we know what to do. But yeah, I mean, adapting is one of the things that you learn, even in life. You know that when it gets to certain points in your life, you have to adapt to certain things in order to make things better. So I think that at least we've been able to cover these 3 things, and hopefully the next time when we do meet, which will be next week, 6 p.m. again, we hope that we would have some FPL would have given us some prize lists for us to bring out and let people be aware of them. So, any final words from you, Raymond?
I think just as Marlvin said, the most important thing to start FPL is to start very strong on the very first game. And the game week 1 fixtures are on the screen. And as Marvin said, he's captaining Salah. It's a no-brainer for him. For now, I'm between Salah and Bruno, and I'm sure as and when the season goes, as and when preseason goes on, I'll be able to decide. But I think Salah captain is a no-brainer. Salah has proven that he's so. I think the first team, the first player. Marvin, what's your take?
Yeah, definitely. And don't forget that Liverpool normally have an excellent record.
Yeah, he's speaking.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget.
Yes, Liverpool, we can hear you. Please continue.
They have an excellent record against Norwich, even in the times of Suarez. Suarez just loved playing against Norwich, and so does Salah as well. It's just a team that I think Liverpool just loves playing against, and there's really loads of goals during that match. So definitely, before the season starts, I just think people should really be targeting Liverpool, especially for the first game. Liverpool players for their captaincy.
Okay, that's fantastic. Just a word of caution. Liverpool is playing away. I thought they were playing at home. They are playing away. Oh, okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That will not deter Mohamed Salah ever against Norwich.
Whatever I can do to try and do something, I'll do it.
So my question, looking at how confident we are on Salah, what would you see if an FPL manager decides to triple captain Salah game week 1?
I'll be surprised. I think there'll be somebody who will do that, honestly. I would not be surprised. You're allowed to triple captain in the first game, right?
And
yes, you are.
Yes, you're allowed to triple captain in the first game. So would you advise somebody to do that?
No. Personally, never. Triple captain is always saved for either the latter stages of the season, double game week, right? Yeah, double game week. Just so there's more probability of you getting more points. So I won't advise it. It's going to be a very, very brave coach who will be captaining or who will be triple captaining in the first game week.
Okay, all right. But I think that so which one will be the match of the week? Spurs versus Man City.
Yes. Spurs versus Man City will be the match of the week.
That'll be the match of the week.
Yeah.
But that one, I think that City will blow Spurs away.
Yeah, I think that at the moment unless of course there's still a while to go before the season starts. So because right now the little I'm seeing is there's just too much instability at Spurs. Whether Harry Kane is going to stay or go, we don't know. Who the next coach is going to be, we don't know. So I think somebody like City will just be ready to carry on from where they left off. So I'll be surprised if City just goes there and I'll say blow them away, but some 2 or 3-0 go fit pie, simple cry.
Okay, so just before we leave, I saw when FPL brings out the prices, right? They put maybe like Aubameyang was 12.5 million last season, and they brought out those things on Twitter. Exactly. I saw one today. I saw a meme today. It said Aubameyang will be 6.5. So you can buy him as your fifth midfielder if you are interested. So hopefully official FPL will hear us and do us the honors. If he's 6 million, I think it's a good buy. It's a good buy. All right, gentlemen. I want to say a very big thank you to all of you. And as we keep saying, please subscribe to the channel. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. We know we are now starting and we want to apologize for the hiccup that we had at the beginning of the show. But it's just normal. Everything we do here is natural. Just to make sure that it's not as if we come here pre-planned everything. No. So I know it will take us some time. We are not perfect, but we'll get there. And we accept positive criticism. So we need feedback as well. Whatever you feel needs to be added, whatever you feel needs to be taken out, we consider all those things. The viewers are very important to us. All of you are important to us. So kindly subscribe to the channel. Those that have subscribed, we are grateful. Thank you very much. Those that are yet to, please do, so that next week, by the time we come, we'll have double of what we have right now. And like and share and say whatever you want to put down in the comment section. Thank you very much, Marlvin, Owusu. Thank you very much, Raymond Nketsiah. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.